Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 9 of the NCAA football season. Now, let's just get started right now. First game is West Virginia versus Baylor. I'm going to go with West Virginia to win at home and probably win pretty easily. They are, right now, playing very well. Alright, okay everybody, the next game is, look at this. How in the world has this happened? Appalachian State is ranked in the top 25. Now, how does that happen, you say? I have no idea. Look at their schedule and tell me if they should be ranked. They don't got any big wins on their schedule. They're no ranked opponents. I mean, it's not their fault, but I'm just saying, if you look at their schedule, you would think, how are they ranked 25? Or how are they even in the top 25? Now, have they been good the last few years? Yeah, but they almost beat Penn State. So I should say that's their only loss, but they don't have any top 25 wins. They don't have any real good schedules besides Penn State, who they almost beat. But, I mean, they're going up against Georgia Southern, a team that runs the ball like every single time. I don't think they really even pass the ball. And so who will win? You know, I'm gonna go with, it depends, because, you know, Appalachian State could win, but they'd have to stop Georgia Southern's run, and, you know, but, you know, I'm going to actually pick Georgia Southern at home. I'm going to pick them because I am not sure Appalachian State can stop the run. And remember, a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, Georgia Southern upset Florida because all they did was run. And Florida couldn't stop them. In that game, Georgia Southern had 0 passing yards, but had like 400 and something rushing yards. Will that happen here? I'm not sure if they'll have that many yards, but they'll win. I think they'll be able to run on Appalachian State, and Appalachian State stay in the top 25 will be short-lived. Sorry, Appalachian State. You're gonna be short-lived in the top 25. Okay, moving on. Next game, Utah and UCLA. Wow, look at that. UCLA, I believe, is 2-0 since starting 0-5, I think. They're going up against Utah, who's pretty good. Gonna pick Utah to win. Next game, Clemson and Florida State. Florida State, I mean, there is a possibility of an upset. However, I don't see that happening, so Clemson will win. Sorry, Florida State, not gonna win. Next game. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, next game, Wisconsin and Northwestern. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin. The running back, Jonathan Taylor, has been playing outstanding. He's had multiple 100-yard rushing games in the last few games, you know, but, yeah, so, going to I'm going to pick Wisconsin. Next game, the big battle between Florida and Georgia. They're both coming in with the loss. This is pretty much this is an elimination game for the playoffs. Loser has no shot, and loser pretty much is eliminated from SEC East contention. Not necessarily, but pretty much. So this game, it should be tough. Gonna go Georgia to win. Should be a good game now, but I think in the end Georgia wins. Okay, next game, Oklahoma versus Kansas State. Oklahoma should win, and they will. This should not be that tough of a game. I mean, it could be a battle, but I don't believe it will be. Okay, next game, Penn State and Iowa. Man, does Penn State fail when they look like a contending team. Penn State had always failed when they look like a contender for the playoffs, the Big Ten. I mean, yeah, a few years ago they did win the Big Ten, but they're not going to win the Big Ten this year, and they're completely fall flat win. They're always in contention for the playoffs, and then they fail. And they will fail here. I mean, the good thing for them is they're at home, but I think Iowa could beat Penn State. Next game, South Florida versus Houston. South Florida is undefeated right now, but does that mean anything? No, because I believe Houston wins at home. South Florida is probably good, but they're not going to win. Next game, Kentucky versus Missouri. Wow, Missouri's actually favored. Wow, I'm surprised. Kentucky is 6-1. They're in a three-way tie with Florida and Georgia for the East. They already have a win against Florida. I forgot who Kentucky lost to. I think they lost the opening week, but I'm going to go with Kentucky to win on the road in Missouri. Missouri may put up a fight, but I don't believe they will win. I don't know, they could, but I'm not going with it. Next game, Washington Huskies and the Cal Golden Bears. Nothing golden about these Bears because they're going to lose. Huskies win. Oh, next game. This is going to be a good one. Washington State going to California to take on Stanford. This could be a game where it's a shootout. Washington State coming off that win against Oregon recently. Stanford plays Washington next week, so they're at home though. So Washington State and Stanford. Washington State has kind of surprised me. I never knew they were this good. I was not knowing that they would be 6-1 at this point. But a week off, I believe Stanford had the week off. I'm going to go with the home team, Stanford, in a close game. Stanford wins, and the Cougars pretty much get their Pac-12 chances ruined. So, there we go. And next game, Texas A&M and Mississippi State. Now, I'm going to go with Mississippi State at home, and here's how. Not because of their offense, because Mississippi State's offense is horrible. Gonna go because they will play good defense and be able to shut down A&M's offense. Next game, the Mississippi State win. Next game, NC State and Syracuse. Now, I will not be surprised if Syracuse wins this game, and I'm going to go with Syracuse at home. Even though they're the underdogs, I'm going with Syracuse. Next game, Notre Dame and Navy. See, typically Navy is good, and you could say Navy had a shot to beat Notre Dame. But this year, Navy has no shot. Notre Dame is going to easily win. They could actually struggle a little bit, but they'll win. I'm not saying Navy's a bad, with the military services. They're usually high powered. Well, not really. But I don't think Navy's that good as a football team this year. And yeah, you can get shown the door and lose. Next game, Texas and Oklahoma State. Texas coming off a bye. I think Oklahoma State is too. Texas in the top 10. Number 6. 3.5 point favorites on the road. This could be a game where Oklahoma State wins, and I'm going to have to do this, but going to go with Texas on the road. Next game, Oregon versus Arizona. Arizona's a mess. They don't have a good quarterback. They're on their freshman quarterback, I believe, and he's done decent, I think. But I'm going to go with Oregon to beat Arizona. And there you have it, everybody. Week 9 of the college football season, I believe. Yep. And there we have it, folks. See ya. Thanks for watching. And if you can, subscribe. And if you can, you don't have... comment your picks if you want. If you agree with what I say or don't agree, let me know. Whatever. But see ya. Thanks for watching.